getting ready to start 2016 garden season. We're a little bit late, but better late than never. So I've got the fabric laid down, because last year I got a bunch of weeds. Yeah, so last year it was covered in weeds, so I put down weed fabric, or garden fabric. So hopefully I won't have to weed the garden. And now I'm going to try to get Jenna to help me get the cucumber trellis and green bean trellis. One side's going to be cucumbers, one side's going to be green beans.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color, quel vermiglio d'onesco color. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, quel cappello, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante. Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girando, delle belle...
It was hot out there. I'm all sweaty, but the trellis is up. So now I'll show you what we bought for seed.
Okay, so we have butternut squash,
That's my favorite squash.
spaghetti squash versus my favorite squash.
We did really well with the spaghetti squash last year.
We have some more carrots.
Little fingers.
So it only goes that big?
Yeah, well, bigger than your little fingers. There's Maggie and Lily. They want to know what we're doing for gardens.
Organic squash.
That's zucchini.
Why does it say squash?
Well, because zucchini is a type of squash.
Straight eights, is that cucumbers?
Yeah, those are the cucumbers that will go up the trellis.
Is you going to try your hand at pumpkins this year?
Yeah, last year we tried pumpkins and I didn't get anything to happen, but this year I think it'll be better.
Or one year we got them probably about the size of golf balls.
Yeah, they didn't really do too well.
Or a small, or a baseball.
Yeah, probably about baseball size, but...
Oh, and you're going to try your hand at watermelon again?
Yeah, last year I got one watermelon and I cut it in half, and, well, if you look back and see, it only had like a quarter size.
I don't know if we showed that.
No, I might not have showed it because it was such a fail, but it was all white on the inside except for a little speck of pink. We didn't even get to eat it. I just threw it in the compost heap.
That's all the seeds.
Well, that's it, and we've got some string beans that I saved from last year. We saved some green bean seeds from last year to replant this year. And my mom started some in her greenhouse, and they came out really well, but they've since kind of died back because I didn't really take good care of them. So I'm just going to replant them anyway. I just wanted proof that they were actually going to grow. And the other thing that we've got to do is sunflower seeds. I saved tons of sunflower seeds this year, mostly because some of my friends don't like sunflowers, and so they're like, oh, don't plant those are stupid. So because I said that, I planted a bunch last year just to make them angry. And then this year I'm going to find a spot and I'm going to plant all of the seeds that I had from last year. Plus another friend of mine's getting married and they want to do centerpieces of sunflowers, so I said, well, I'll try to grow some so they won't have to buy sunflowers.
So we're going to leave one spot for viewer's
choice.
Viewer's choice. Whatever gets the most comments is what we'll try and plant. We got to remind you guys, we are in Maine, so our growing season isn't that long.
Yeah, and like it can't be anything like coconuts or pineapples or anything like that,
Or bananas.
They won't
They're
grow.
not gonna go.
But yeah, a northern cool climate crop. Yeah, put it in the comments if you have an idea of what you'd like to see us grow, and I'll try to grow it. So, alright, well, I'll bring you back outside. Here are the green bean seeds that I saved from last year. They're Kentucky pole beans. I think they're Kentucky pole... No, maybe they're... Yeah, they're pole beans, whatever they are. Blue Mountain pole beans, I think. I don't know. They're pole beans. And here are the sunflower seeds. I might not plant them all. I probably won't plant all of them. But, just so you get an idea, how many there are. So, this whole tote is full of them. So these are the giant ones. They're the ones that got to be like 10 feet tall last year. So I'm gonna have a pretty big crop of sunflowers if they grow. And out here on the deck, I've got these. This is romaine lettuce, but it hasn't sprouted yet. But over here, I've got some different like leaf lettuce that we planted maybe a week ago, and it's already coming up, you know, pretty well. It's not ready to pick yet, but it's getting there. Probably by probably another week or so we'll be able to trim it back and have some lettuce for salads. So I got all my sunflower seeds, and it's more than half of this box of cereal. It's gonna be a lot of sunflowers. Now I'm gonna go and string up my trellis. It takes a long time because I just use string, but I'm too cheap to go and buy the trellis net because it's never the right size, or it's never really the right size, and it really isn't what I want. So I just tie this up. Yeah, works okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's getting dark now, but the garden's coming along pretty well. Let's go take a look. So as you can see, this year I put down the fabric so I won't have to weed as much. These short little rows here are carrots, and then over here we've got zucchini, and then these next two are spaghetti squash. Oh, and then these next 5 are butternut squash. So we got the trellis up. I tied up the strings to, for the cucumbers and the beans to grow up on, to climb up.
That's gonna make it so much easier to pick the green beans this year.
Yeah, last year we had the green beans on tripods, if you remember. And
go back to the old videos to look at that.
Yeah, last year we had the green beans on tripods, and they just took up tons of room. So this year, this side over here are green beans, and then the side over here are cucumbers, because I had way too many cucumbers last year, and more than I needed. And then over here we've got pumpkins, and these two, the first ones are 2 are pumpkins, and the other 2 are watermelon. Just like I was saying before, we didn't really have much luck with either of those in the past. But as you can see, we still have plenty of room over here to plant some other stuff. So I've got to decide, what else I can do, something that won't spread out too much, so I can use that room. But I don't know, we might try some different types of carrots or something else, I don't know. And then over here right by the house, it doesn't really grow grass very well there anyway, but I planted some of those sunflower seeds. So I think they make it all the way up to the roof, actually. And then we've got this little guy watching us.
That's our supervisor.
Yeah, I got a little bird. It's kind of dark out, but got a little bird there. Coffee Cofferson. Coffee McCofferson.